Having real bold ambitions for the business, but then also being really realistic about your own skill set is quite important to me. I learned this years ago in my early 20s. The business started to grow really quickly, and I very quickly realised that I wasn't the right person to be the CEO and run the business for that specific period of growth. So brought in a CEO called Steve, who did a really, really good job, and that was really great for me because he would do the CEO job and I could then go in and spend so much time on brand, on product. I was traveling the world, spending time in the gyms with the consumer, building product in the factories, working with athletes, brand teams and marketing teams. And I could do all the bits that I was really good at, but then I could also learn operations and finance and supply chain and bits that maybe wasn't quite as exciting to me, knowing that I've always had that safety blanket or that sort of cover with having a CEO that could then help fix any of the problems. That meant that I had a period of rapid learning. And it's almost like if I said, Simon, you do this exam, and you did it and you got 50%, and then a week later I said, I'm going to give you the same exam and you can do it again, then the week later you might get 60% and then 70%, and you can just keep learning at a rate and have a better output because you're doing it over and over again and there's no consequence of failure within reason.
Yeah.
So that was important to me because then I quickly learned that even though I have ambition, I'd love to run the company, everyone wants to run their own company, but I realised that because of my ambitions for the business, I wanted the business to succeed more than I wanted to be the CEO.
Right.
Then that then paid back in dividends because the business grew far more quickly. I could learn more quickly. I enjoyed my job. Steve enjoyed his job. Now I moved back into the CEO job 4 years ago, and I feel so much more well equipped to do the job.
And the reason you came back is not because Steve was doing a bad job. The reason you came back is because you got the education you needed to have the job that you wanted but weren't prepared for.